I want to cry. Ladies and gentlemen, I am not to the point where I am angry. I'm not to a point where I'm genuinely mad. I'm not to a point where I am depressed anymore. Ladies and gentlemen, I have hit a new ceiling in my life. I have hit a new ceiling in supporting a team like Real Madrid, which is me genuinely sitting here wanting to cry, ladies and gentlemen. Last night before I went to bed crying. And I have told no one about that. Because my team has hit a new low in life. My team has had one of the worst weeks of all time in football history, man. My team is about to be the new Manchester United, and I am genuinely, to my core, being sick of this, man. Ladies and gentlemen, we have lost to a team that is 17th. 17th. You want me to repeat that one more time? 17th in the second division of the Spanish league. We lost to a team that is fighting relegations in the trenches, not even in the La Liga, in the second division of the Spanish league, ladies and gentlemen. We lost to a team that is called Albacete Balompié, fam. If that's not one... Balompié. Pie, fam. They have pie in their name like little kids. Like little kids in the kindergarten. We love pie. We want apple pies. We don't, as a Real Madrid fan, I don't want to play, or I don't want Balompié. That's the pie that I don't want. Because how do they, first of all, even score a goal against us, against a team that has won 15 Champions Leagues, a team that is second in the big league, the Spanish league? How do they even score a goal against us? Genuinely gets me sick to my stomach. They scored not just one goal, but 2 goals and 3 goals, ladies and gentlemen, kicking us out. And we did not play a random team or an academy type of team. Nope, we actually took this seriously, fam. Lunin was there, Asensio was playing, Huijsen was playing, Valverde was playing, Güler was playing, Vinicius was playing, Garcia was playing, that brother who I don't even know why he is even in the team, ladies and gentlemen. Even though he scores, he still pisses me off to the core, fam. Even that brother was playing. And ladies and gentlemen, what was different? Absolutely nothing. The same team that we always use. We actually tried hard. We put our full energy into this game against a team that is 17th in the second division, ladies and gentlemen. And we still get humiliated. It genuinely doesn't get worse than this, fam. We had one of the worst weeks of all time. And you want to blame me why I want to cry here? First of all, you lose to Barcelona 3-2 as well. Oh my god, you lose to Barcelona 3-2 at Albacete pie at the same rate. We lost 3-2 to Barcelona, getting kicked out of the Super Cup. We came out saying, oh, it's just a Super Cup. We will have the Copa del Rey. We will have our revenge when we meet Barcelona in the Copa del Rey final. Ladies and gentlemen, we couldn't even get past of quarterfinals. What type of revenge here? We can't even do a revenge in the Copa del Rey, fam. And then, ladies and gentlemen, we kick out an actual good coach, man. A coach that had 71% win ratio, by the way, compared to other coaches. He had the most and the highest percentage, but we kicked him out. Biggest mistake of all time. Then Klopp, ladies and gentlemen, goes and rejects Real Madrid 12 hours after rumors came out that Klopp is coming to Real Madrid, like it was nothing. He just rejected us. He was like, nope. We are genuinely the next Manchester United. And then this happens, ladies and gentlemen. The fact that, ladies and gentlemen, I see this on my screen, man. In the last 32 years, Real Madrid have won only 3 Copa del Rey titles. You know what's genuinely so funny to me, man? The fact that we make fun of Barcelona, right? We say you only win Copa del Reys. We always make fun of Messi in the debates between Messi and Ronaldo, right? We say, Omo, how many titles does Messi have? Like 40 something, right? He has won in his career. How many of them are Copa del Rey titles? Real Madrid have won 3 Copa del Reys in the last 32 years. So this is probably a harder trophy to win than Champions League, fam. We can't really make fun of Barcelona of them winning these trophies. We can't make fun of Lionel Messi for him winning all these trophies, or a big percentage of his trophy cabinet is this Copa del Rey, because this is hard, fam. We use our 100% full power, and these brothers still destroyed us. A 17th Ballon Pie genuinely just destroyed us, man. You know what would genuinely make me happy? If you would subscribe right now. Because I'm about to go into full rant mode right now, so subscribe, ladies and gentlemen. Ladies and gentlemen, apparently after the game, the dressing room was a complete funeral. They were completely silent. Arbiola tried to lift them up by saying it's his fault. That's amazing, man. We kick a manager of Xabi Alonso because he didn't have any authority over the players, right? And this brother went to the dressing room. The players didn't even say anything, and he was like, "It's my fault. Yeah, it's my fault. it's my fault." Brother, an actual manager would go and slap each player around, fam. If it was Zidane, he would have slapped each one of them around. He would have lined them up and slapped them one by one, fam. And gave Vinicius Jr. 3 slaps. Bellingham 5 slaps. What is them? That Ramos wannabe, I forgot his name. Asensio 6 slaps, fam. The goalkeeper deserves 7 slaps, fam. I've never seen a goalkeeper just being stuck. This brother in the opposition, he shot, got blocked, and then shot again, and the brother didn't even bother to move. He's a goalkeeper that doesn't even move. It's the fact that, ladies and gentlemen, Arbiola, I still don't know how to say his name, by the way. Arbiola said today was positive considering everything he has been through. His desire to play in every minute and readiness to carry the team on his shoulder. What team on his shoulders? Vinicius Jr. is carrying the team? First of all, why are you on your knees for Vinicius Jr.? Carrying the team with these statistics? This is the last 17 games of Vinicius Jr., fam. I have never seen this much zeros in my life. The only time I've seen this much zeros is looking at my bank account, fam. And no, it's all zeros. Nothing behind the zero. And you're telling me he is carrying the team. He is out there being so good to Vinicius Jr. for some reason. I don't know if this is a way trying to bring his form back or his confidence back, or is this him trying to not lose his job, man? Because there's nothing to praise about for Vinicius Jr. I told you guys last game in El Clasico, he scored a goal and he was celebrating like he won the World Cup, man. Why are you celebrating? It was a draw, first of all, and second of all, it was his first goal since 20 games of not scoring, man, and he dared to celebrate. Why are you celebrating, fam? You don't need to praise Vinicius Jr. Your team lost and it is the player's fault, man. That is simple as that. If you said that, I would have respected you even more. But the fact that they're already considering they've already been considering that they want to kick out Arbiola as well, and they're looking for a different solution for Arbiola, and we're looking for like different managers for Arbiola, ladies and gentlemen. It's genuinely insane, man. It's genuinely so laughable if this brother gets sacked in the next 2 to 3 games. Fuck that, ladies and gentlemen. We're out here being a donation place, fam. We have this brother Bentancur, right? He comes in the 58th minute against Real Madrid. He scored 2 goals and eliminated Real Madrid, ladies and gentlemen. First of all, before I talk about this, right? He already has more goals scored, or the same amount of goals scored, just as Vinicius Jr., ladies and gentlemen. Vinicius Jr. has 2 goals in the last 20 games. This brother scored 2 goals in literally 30 minutes, ladies and gentlemen. And you're telling me he's carrying the team and being a leader in that locker room, Arbiola? Yeah, right. Bentancur, ladies and gentlemen, he said that 9 years ago I was about to quit football. Look at where we are today. 9 years ago, I was happy, Bentancur, as a Real Madrid fan. Look at me today. I've lost 90% of my hair. And I genuinely want to quit, not football, I want to quit football right now, not 9 years ago, not 9 years ago like you, my brother. Oh, we're very similar, man. It's just different scenarios, different. The script is just a bit different, right? We're giving charity here. We made the brother get his hopes back. We made this brother believe again. We made this brother believe that there is good things in football again. We are genuinely the next Manchester United. And I genuinely mean this from the bottom of my heart, man. This team needs to be gone, man. This team, like there was one scenario where Camavinga, you go from Pedri passes, you go from the beautiful passes of Barcelona passing to each other, and you take a look at Camavinga's passing, man. I swear to God, no one was even in front of him. No one. Like he just had the ball, he passed it. I don't know if he saw a ghost there, if he saw someone there. I genuinely don't know if this brother is blind. He passed it to no one. He genuinely gave a pass to no one. What's the point of this team? What's the point? There is genuinely no point of this team, man. The fact that we gave their first win as well, man. Albacete Balloon Pie, ladies and gentlemen. Last 4 games, they drew to Granada. They lost to Leganes. They drew to under 21 Real Sociedad. These brothers were playing against academy players of Real Sociedad and they drew against them. Ladies and gentlemen, they won their first game against Real Madrid. We just gave them our first. We are donation. We are literally a donation here. Ladies and gentlemen, how about you donate to me and subscribe to this channel, man. I'm genuinely, I lost my voice. I don't have any more in me. Thanks so much for watching. Subscribe if you're new to the channel. Again, let's hit 100,000 subscribers. Like, comment down. I see every single comment. And gracias, amigos.